A large diesel fuel spill may have spread as far as the French Broad River. News 13's Evan Donovan joins us now with our continuing coverage of Friday's spill in Hominy Creek. And Evan, do we know how the spill has impacted the river?
We don't yet, actually, Tammy. That's why crews from the EPA, the State Department of Environment and Natural Resources, and the company where the spill occurred have continued their cleanup efforts on site. And they've also installed 6 sets of booms along Hominy Creek. The blue and white boom are there to absorb any fuel sheen floating on the water down the creek, while the yellow boom acts as a barrier to make sure no more fuel sheen gets into the French Broad River.
This thin oil sheen on the top of Hominy Creek shows the remnants of 3,000 gallons of D2 diesel fuel that leaked on Friday afternoon from a containment tank at Harrison Construction Company in Candler.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot. I mean, oil and water don't mix.
Hartwell Carson is the French Broad River keeper. He says the spill's being cleaned up, but believes a more robust response could have been put in place sooner.
They made improvements to the booms throughout the weekend, so this is by far the best that they've looked. This kind of system went in Saturday night. So I'd say they're as effective as they're going to be at this point. How much made it past before they got there or before they made the improvements, I don't know.
NC DENR says the leak came from a broken coupling in a diesel storage tank. A containment cap should have stopped the leak, but DENR says it wasn't locked in place. The company could face fines from the EPA or the state, but DENR representatives say it's too early to know that, and efforts now are focused on cleanup.
EPA and contractor and DENR float down Hominy Creek and use absorbent pads to clean up any sort of pooling of the sheen of the product or collecting any sort of debris that may have diesel fuel on it.
A statement released by the company just hours ago says, "We believe that impact to the French Broad River was limited to a sheen observed at the mouth, but will continue to monitor the water for indicators. We expect that our response will transition from emergency operations to monitoring the status of the creek within the next 36 hours.
I spoke with the company president earlier today. He hopes to allow us on site in the next few days to be able to get a look at some of those cleanup operations going on, but it's been a little bit too dangerous, he says, over the past few days to do that at any point thus far. There's also significant confusion about the timeline of events here, when the spill actually occurred, when it was reported to officials, and when it was contained. NC DENR says that they will have to uncover the details about that timeline over the course of their investigation in the next few weeks. Reporting live from the Hominy Creek River Park, I'm Evan Donovan, News 13.